So as you move up, lift as you climb. So as you get promoted and get jobs and whatnot, you're gonna help your fellow Kababayan also move up as well. So those are like the three different sorts of, I'm gonna say, inspirational things that we hope that you take away from today. So that's me and Carlos at Twitter. Tweet at him, CM So everything you hashtag FASTERCON16, he will see it. So this is us at Filipino Googler Network's event with Stack SV. Christina Laskowski will be talking about Stack's work in the Philippines, really spurring the tech ecosystem there and working with Silicon Valley to help that as well. Yeah, so that's us at Google again with a lot of Filipino entrepreneurs. Next. So last year we actually had an event with some of my friends who are engineers at Twilio. Dom, she heads lesbians in tech. She's amazing. Is SF State graduate that had a thesis on, I don't remember, some gender and women's studies, but she's an engineer there. Anthony at Uber. So we have Filipinos all over the startup ecosystem. So one of the quotes I wanted to leave you all with today, if you haven't taken Filipino American Studies here at Cal, is a book by Carlos Bulasan, America's in the Heart, and it's no history, no self, no history, no self. So I think a lot of the reason why I wanted inspiring speakers from like the 90s, including the first person to get married in virtual reality, Monica Jo, who's a Cal alumnus, you would be able to understand where you're moving forward in the future, knowing the past and where we've been. So that's part of the reason for that. In terms of framework that we've kind of given to some of our speakers, we start with story of self, story of us, story of now. I had a career in politics for 5 years, so that's sort of the motto that we had at the Obama campaign. As you're here today, how many sophomores are in the room? Raise your hands. Okay, juniors? Seniors? Super duper seniors like I was. Okay, overachievers. So I always think about the question when I was 5, what do you want to be when you grow up? And as I think about that question, so this is like 90s throwback. How many people were born in like 1992? Were you alive yet? I don't even know. Okay, so in this picture is me. I wrote like a letter to myself when I was 13. I found it recently. It was for school, and I said I wanted to be a Cisco engineer so I could make a lot of money and be like my brother and play with computers, or I would be a DJ like my cousin because I wanted to be in the music industry. So in this picture is actually I TA a class at Cisco on augmented reality and virtual reality for Cisco employees and other community developers. My cousin, so how many know the Black Eyed Peas? Yeah, so Apple to Apple Black Eyed Peas is half Filipino. My cousin drives him around whenever he's here. His best friend is the Black Eyed Peas DJ, and he is actually Cisco's in-house DJ. I could have not have predicted that 10 years ago. So I always knew I was going to college. I was very privileged. I went to my first PCM when I was 11. My cousins went to Davis. I was a benefit of student-initiated outreach programs. So if you know affirmative action ending in 1996, a lot of Filipinos here at Berkeley, as well as other UCs, that decreased. So people have created programs out of that, like PASS, at UC Santa Cruz, they have a Step Forward program and the Kuya Ate mentorship program. So there's lots of folks at every UC that do that extra work for our community to make sure that they're engaged and are staying in school and graduating and getting jobs. This is me and my cousin OJ. He couldn't be here today. He actually is an investor in other startups that also couldn't be here today, who are all Cal alumni. So that's my cousin OJ, who was in PASS as well. Stanford Pasu reached out to me. So there was a lot of mentors, even Asian American folks. Like I was in Theater Rice, and people were mentoring me even before I came into college. So I was a huge benefactor of that. So at Cal, I did a lot of stuff. I did a lot of protests, and I also went to football games. I tried to have a personal life. I was the CalServe webmaster, so I would do things like code a website in front end, but I would also climb trees and do random things. I read poetry in Baganda. I founded the 20 org Asian American group, and we disaggregated Asian American to its own category with Pacific Islanders into its own as well, and Southeast Asian. So Filipinos started that because we have our own data and category, and apparently everyone likes to take pictures of me protesting with my back. It's kind of weird. And the Multicultural Center and the Rural Liberation Front, we fought for that too. It got signed, so that's why you have space. How many people are CalServe? Cal what? No one's CalServe in this. Okay, I was the CalServe webmaster. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, I really cared about immigration reform. So when I graduated, I actually was in Washington, D.C. in Sacramento. This was completely not tech, but I was the marketing communications director for Filipinos for Obama. So one of the first encounters with alumni was Dexter Lee Gordon, who was the first Filipino-American student regent. He actually now is the first Filipino-American to have a tech company in Y Combinator, one of the top accelerator programs in the world. And so his sort of caliber, they couldn't be here today, but he mentored me. And so through that, yeah, I was like designing stuff even with other Cal students in the 2012 campaign for Filipino